Hi, this is a commentary on the HM video because I felt like it would be kind of fun to do a commentary. I know Scott the Waz kind of does them a lot for a lot of his videos, and I thought that's kind of cool. So I was like, I'll do one myself. Also, the Luigi's Mansion thing, that's a real story. I don't know that kid anymore. He was the son of like one of my dad's ex-girlfriends, and I was like, I want Pokemon Blue because of the missing no. Because he showed me the missing no glitch, and I thought that was like the coolest thing I've ever seen as a kid, and I was like, I need a copy of the game now. So I gave him a copy of Luigi's Mansion, which I never got back. And I kept that copy of Blue though, so who's the real winner here? Also, this rock tunnel bit at the very beginning, this was a shower thought because I was like, how do I start talking about this video? And for this video, it actually came to me pretty easily. I was like, oh, I'll just talk about rock tunnel because I know a lot of people who went through rock tunnel like this. Maybe not for Gen 1, but definitely for the Gen 1 remix. And I was like, yeah, I'll just talk about that. And, that would be a great opener. So this is why HMs were needed. This is why people would want to use them. And then I would go into more of like, oh, this is why HMs are bad, actually. Well, not like bad, but why people didn't like them as much. This video was also really weird because this was a suggestion a friend of mine made to me. He was like, oh, you should probably talk about this. It might be kind of interesting. And when I was first making this video, I was like, I don't think this is going to be an interesting topic. I think I'm just going to put it on and do it because it's like goes with my channel gimmick of, oh, I'm going to talk about weird niche thing and weird mainstream Pokemon game and go from there. In fact, I didn't want to do it so much. I did a Xenoblade video before this because that's when it was recommended. Like this topic was recommended to me after the Route 1 video went live. And I was kind of like, I don't know. And I wanted to do something that wasn't Pokemon after that. I hit my mic stand. I'm sorry, it's kind of close to my hands. I'm moving my hands around as I talk. I know you can't see it, but it's just how I do it casually. I don't know, it's weird. Anyways, my point is that after the Route 1 video, which my own commentary of that, I'll talk about why I made that video, because I think that also has a fun story for it, but for now, let's focus on this. So, this video. Didn't want to make it at first. I made a Xenoblade video instead, which, to be fair, I wanted to branch out outside of Pokemon, and I figured I need to do this early. I need to do this now, so it's not like later down the line, because I feel like if I were to make the Xenoblade video way later, then people will be like, well, this is Pokemon and we don't care. In fact, the Xenoblade video did really well. That still surprises me, and YouTube actually pushed that out itself. Out of all my videos so far, YouTube pushed that one out. And I'm very glad because when I put it out on Twitter, when I put it out just to advertise it, it was really hard to advertise because Xenoblade is way more niche than Pokemon. So I didn't feel like it did as well. But I really wanted to just do something that wasn't Pokemon to be like, hey, yeah, I want to do other fucking weird topics with other games, not just Pokemon. But after that, I was like, you know what? I don't really have anything I want to do at the moment. Let's do the HM video. Fuck it. And I really thought this video was only going to be 15 minutes long. I thought it was going to be maybe 10 minutes long. I was like, what am I going to talk about? Oh, you could use Surf. And then you could use Surf again in Gen 3. And oh my god, Gen 4, you can use Surf again. I didn't think it was that interesting on paper. But the more I started to do research for this video, I was kind of like, wait, I'm going to have to talk about Gen 4. And Gen 4 was very infamous for the HM uses. Like, people did not like how Gen 4 handled the HMs because it's like, oh, you have to use a shitload of them all the time. And when I was doing this video, I was kind of thinking to myself, wait a second, I can roll with that. I can actually talk about, like, why, like, these things were different. Like, why Gen 4 is hated for this stuff, but maybe Gen 5 isn't as hated for it, or Gen 3 even. So I kind of went in with that angle to kind of give the idea of why these things existed in the first place. I can't speak, and then why they were kind of just got out of hand, and then why they kind of slowly got rid of them for the ride Pokemon. Which I don't know. Maybe I should have went more on the ride Pokemon and stuff like that. I kind of just let that as like a Cliff Notes thing. I didn't even talk about Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl because I'm just kind of like, well, they don't have ride Pokemon per se, but they have the same kind of concept where there's no actual HMs in those games. It's just like you go and interact with the thing and it does the HM for you. So I didn't really think to mention it, nor did I really feel like I should have. But hey, that's just me, I guess. I mean, if I were to do the video again, maybe I would have. I don't know. Probably not. But yeah. oh my god, what was I talking about? So yeah, I felt like I wanted to go with that angle of, hey, this is why these things exist in the first place. That's why when I did the Gen 1 section, I opened up with like, oh, this like theory crafting. I guess not really theory crafting, just give you the mindset of like what Game Freak was thinking of. Because a lot of the Gen 1 games, you can really feel that. Because they could have really easily made a lot of these moves more accessible to more Pokemon. But the fact that they made them way more spread out between just 5 moves, it really shows like a lot that Game Freak was really thinking about this back then. Because think about it from their perspective, right? You are new to this. Everybody is new to Pokemon. Like what? I mean, yeah, you get like some cool designs that will make people like gravitate towards them. You know, some Pokemon over others. But like, if you really want to try other Pokemon, you're probably just going to be stuck in set with your one team. Like, you're going to be set still with that team, and you're not going to really want to experiment that much unless you see something that's really like something where like, oh my god, I really want this. So this really forced experimentation, and I kind of gotta give Gen 1 props for that, even though I don't like Gen 1 that much. Like, I joke it up, and I do kind of like, you know, put it out there. Not put it out there, what am I saying? I play it up. I play up my hatred of Gen 1 way more in these videos. I mean, I still don't like them, but like, at least they're easy to get footage for. I'll say that, because it's like, they're not really that crazy or complicated. But yeah, I want to give people that mindset of like what Game Freak was thinking of at the time. At least what I understand of what Game Freak was thinking of when making these games. So I think that was kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. This video also seemed very way more opinionated than a lot of the other videos I put out. To be fair, I think the most factual video is probably the Game Corner video because I just talk about straight facts for the most part, except for little blurbs at the end of each section where I'm like, oh, I like this one more than that one because blah blah blah, or this one's not really as good as that one. But that one felt like the most like fact video. This one is more or less like it does have facts. Oh my god, I'm hitting my mic stand again. I'm so sorry for that. Um, it does have facts in it, but it's definitely more opinionated as well, just to give you an idea of, hey, this is why I think these things didn't work out as well. Alright, anyways, we're in the Gen 2 section. I hope people liked that my Gen 2 Pokemon are really stupid things. I don't know how many people picked up on the figure joke. I watched through all of Breaking Bad like a few months ago, and I watched most of Better Call Saul. I still haven't watched the final season, and it's on Netflix, so I'm not gonna watch it until it's on Netflix because I have no other way to watch it right now. Um, so I wanted to do like the stupid like figure joke because like the kid named figure joke is just funny. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Also, I thought naming my Vaporeon Vaporwave was stupidly funny. It was like a joke I thought of on the spot because I kind of wanted to nickname more of my Pokemon, so you kind of see them. In some sections, I couldn't really control that because like they're either migrated upwards or they're from a trade technically. So it's like, oh, well, I can't nickname all of them. But you know what? I got to nickname a Vaporeon Vaporwave, and I thought that was the funniest thing at the time of recording this because it's like, get it? Because it's a Vaporeon. I'm dumb. I'm really dumb. Also, the daycare bit here, um, I kind of thought about that while I was recording this because I'm like, God, someone's gonna like ask me to do a video on Pokemon breeding at one point because I guess I'm the Pokemon guy. Like I'm trying not to fully be a Pokemon guy. Trust me, I want to make a fucking Final Fantasy 14 video at one point. And if I could, I would love to do like a 14 video and have like a collab with Sonic Scry. I can't say his name. Oh my god, I hope he does not watch this. He actually commented on this video. And I was like, holy shit, I don't know how he found this because I never, I've spoken to him like a few times, and I did help him with like an off, like a shitpost video, but I never was like, oh hey, I do like videos. I think maybe I might have like vaguely talked about it, but never to the point where I linked a channel or anything. But it's not like it's hard to find my stuff. Um, I'm just kind of out there, I guess. It's not like I try to hide anything. It's like, well, if you're there, and you want to see my stuff, I'll make sure you see it. But like, I'm not gonna go on your face unless it's like a place where I can advertise it freely. Because I know there's like a few Discords I'm in where they have like a self promo, and I'm like, I'll throw these videos out there. Which it feels great to throw these videos out there because it's like, oh, somebody learned something new with these videos. Like people didn't know you could cut the grass in this game in Gens, well, not just this game, but Gens 1 through 3. And I was like, oh my god, I've known that forever because I was a dumb kid and I fucked around with the menus and found it out by accident. And then the hypercutter thing, which I talk about later in the Gen 3 section, I've known about that for years because on Cerebi they had like a list of all the abilities that affect like outside things, and hypercutter was one of them for the cut one. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. The only thing I didn't know about Hut going into this video was the Gen 2 bit where if you cut down tall grass, you have to cut it down twice. That was something I did not know until I was starting to do research for this video to make sure I knew what the fuck I was talking about, and that was something I found out. I was like, I did not know that. But to be fair, Gen 2, out of all the games before Black and White, I think Gen 2 is the one I'm the least familiar with. But when it comes to overall familiarity with the whole series, I'm more familiar with Gen 2 than I am with Gen 6 or even the Black and White remake. Not remakes, oh my god. Why do I call them remakes? The Black and White 2 games, because I want to replay those games at one point to get better familiarity with them. Because everything from Black and White I've at least played multiple times. I played through Diamond Pearl multiple times. I played through Platinum multiple times. I played through Black and White multiple times technically because I had to play through it again for the Let's Play. I did like eons ago on my old channel. And then Ruby Sapphire, I replayed this game so many goddamn times, and that's why one day I was joking like I'm gonna speedrun it, even though it was like the shittiest speedrun ever. It felt great to actually do that. Also, what also felt great is to capture non-Pokemon game footage for this video. I know you saw that with the Link to the Past, which I used my randomizer footage for that because I was like, oh my god, I want Wolf Link in a video. I just want furry stuff in these videos. I am blatantly a furry. I'm not even gonna hide that, and I don't think it's cringe. If you think it's cringe, cool. Then I'm cringe and free. I just like being who I am, I guess, and I'm not gonna try to hide anything like that. Just who I am. I got a comment on one of these videos and be like, furry on my homepage, and I don't know if that was like a negative comment or not, and I look at it and laugh like, what does this mean? Do you not like me because I'm a furry? Do you think the videos are bad because I got out my dumb persona who's a mixture of a wolf and a Mightyena, just talking to you and just being like, hey, Pokemon facts? Well, that one was the Xenoblade video where I saw that comment still. Either way, I like having my little guy there because I think that adds a lot to these videos. I remember thinking I want to do this kind of format for quite a while. I don't remember exactly when. I didn't really have like a clear inspiration for making these videos. I know it's like not talking about this video in particular, but just to real quickly just talk about that. There was no real like inspiration. It was just kind of like I wanted to start doing these, and I know I saw like I'm trying to think of like videos I saw that were like this format. I want to say like Beta Ada Delota. I'm saying his name wrong. I know for a fact he's done similar kind of videos in the past where he has like a little avatar thing. And that was I guess that's kind of inspiration. I used to watch some Saber Spark and I saw how he did that, so I guess it's kind of like that as well. Also, Sabi kind of did something similar in her videos where she has a little lantern to represent herself, and that was kind of an inspiration as well. But the chapters, like the way I divide these into chapters, was inspired by a friend of mine who no longer does YouTube. At the time of posting this, his old username was Miles with a Y. I helped out with some of his videos in the past. Like, he used to have a Godhand video that I supplied footage for, and the way that he would divide, like, oh, I'm gonna talk about this thing, like, into chapters, that's what inspired the whole, like, slide where it says generation whatever, and then I talk about the next generation. And I think that's really, really organized. I don't do that for, like, the bonus stuff. I don't know why. I just feel like it's kind of weird for that. I couldn't tell you. It's not like, oh, here's the exact reason why. It's just, I don't know. It felt weird. So I never, ever do that with the bonus stuff. But yeah, here I am talking about Gen 4. This part of the video was exciting to make. I actually think it was really exciting to make the Gen 3 section as well. Because talking about Dive that much made me realize how much I liked it. Like, I didn't know I liked that as much until I started making this video, and I was like, oh, I kind of really appreciate this now more than ever. With the Gen 4 stuff, it was also fun to talk about, because I really had to analyze, like, alright, people don't like HMs in this game, but, like, why? And I had to really think about that, and I went to do some research. The rock climb bit, I thought was really fucking smart, because I was, like, thinking to myself, you won't see it for, like, a moment here. Comparing the victory roads was a good idea, but I don't know if I should have compared the victory roads because like they're both very HM intensive. I think the better comparison would have been comparing Mount Hornet, like the peak of Mount Hornet when you're going through that for the final Team Galactic stuff, with the final Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald kind of going after their enemy team, where you're in the Underground Cavern, I think is what it's called. It's like that dungeon before you fight the legendary, but it's not the Cave of Origin. I probably should have compared those two because that's probably a better comparison, but I didn't think about that until after, just even just right now. Also, I didn't. That was like I felt like I was onto something. So like, all right, why rock climb in particular? I think rock climb is a really shitty HM. I mean, it's a cool effect. I like the idea of like it's basically it kind of reminds me of like the hook shot in Zelda, where it's like, oh, I can go up and down elevation with this kind of not like exactly like the hook shot, but it kind of gave me like the similar vibes, except it's more less on rails, and it that's why I hate rock climb. It's so on rails, and it's just you use it, you get it over with, and that's it. And it feels like they use it so often. And yeah, it adds flavor to the region. I'm not gonna lie to you, it does. But it's also at the same time, it just feels like okay, all that for like one A press. Like with surf, it's like all right, you're getting on a Pokemon, you're surfing around. With strength, it's like you're actively pushing boulders. And then at least with Rock Smash and Cut, it's like you get it over with quickly, and it's like all right. Rock smash the rock. All right. Sometimes maybe if you're lucky, a Pokemon will come out. Rock climb doesn't have any of that. It's just kind of like obnoxious as fuck, and it's just like you go up a line, and it takes a bit, and even though the animation is kind of cool looking, it's just I don't know. Just I felt like it could have been an item. I did again. A lot of HMs just felt like they could have been an item, and I should have actually talked about the Well, maybe it was good I didn't talk about this because in some of the previous iterations there were like debug. I don't know if they were debug items or items that were going to be in like the games, but they decided not to. I know for Gen 2 in particular, there was gonna be like a surfboard item, which basically would have been surf, but you don't need a Pokemon for that. Which that one feels redundant because if you have a Pokemon that can learn surf, you're probably gonna want to teach it surf anyways because surf is such a it's honestly like a really good move. So just like having a surfboard maybe wouldn't be as interesting, but maybe like something to cut down trees or maybe just something to push boulders out Pokemon. I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, I feel like maybe I could have mentioned that, but I don't know. I didn't. I didn't think about that until just now, and I don't think you would have added much anyways because that stuff isn't in the games. I never talk about beta stuff anyways. That's just not my forte or my expertise. I wouldn't mind talking about that stuff, mind you, but it's just not stuff I think about when making these videos. I think about what was actually in the games and what you could actually interact with, not like what if, you know? Also, the Whirlpool thing earlier, I kind of didn't talk about that. I didn't realize they changed that from an animation thing to oh, you literally go past it until doing that part. And I had to actually record like a last minute voice line where I'm like, oh yeah, you go over that. I thought you got rid of it. I thought there was like an animation to get rid of it, just like in Gen 2. I guess I literally just misremembered that, and I felt kind of dumb. But hey, that's just why I edit the stuff, and then when I edit the stuff, I get the footage, and I'm like, oh shit, this is wrong. I need to go back and, fix it. Okay, this part, I felt like this was really clever, because I knew about this, but I wonder how many other people didn't know about this. Like, genuinely were like, holy shit, that's it? You just cut right there and you're done? Yeah, I still think that's insane. Like Black and White 1, just do it one time, that's it. And then with Black and White 2, you use Strength and Surf a few times. I say 2 because when I was looking up, I think it was like a Wikipedia article, or I think somewhere in Bulbapedia or somewhere I remember reading it was just only 2, but I couldn't really find like footage of it, and I don't remember Black and White 2 as well. And I just know the one surfing section I showed there of Black and White 2 where I'm surfing in that cave. I know for a fact that's one of the required moments where you have to use surf, but there is like a required moment where you have to use strength, and I don't know if it's just once or twice or. So I just kind of left it at, oh, you use 2 HMs. That's it. Which is still true. So it's not like I'm lying or trying to fabricate something. It's just, I don't remember how many uses there are. Besides the more or less the use fact is more interesting with Black and White 1 because it's like, oh, you only use it once. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool, I guess. I never knew what to do with these parts right there where I'm kind of like, oh, just talk about the HM. So I always just plop like footage of me scrolling through them because I'm like thinking, oh, maybe that's interesting. I don't know. Also with Gen 5, I feel like this is like the most B-roll part of the video. Because really not much of this background role has anything to do with what I'm talking about. It's kind of there just to be like, oh, here's what we don't have. It's like, I always show that without just really, just showing something, I guess. I don't mind it though. It's kind of nice just to record footage of me just doing stuff like that. I don't know, B-roll footage like that always look cool to me. So it's like nothing like it doesn't bug me, but I always just think to myself like what could I have done there? I always wonder that with sometimes with these videos, or like could I have done something different there that would have been more interesting or more or less what I'm talking like exactly what I'm talking about as opposed to like just something kind of vague. I mean, like right here there are sections like this where it's like this is exactly what I'm talking about. This footage shows it's a blatant example. But there's other times where I wonder if there's something like I could have done more or whatnot. But I guess that's just the process of making these videos. Also, I still think that's really cool that Dive is a secret HM. That's like, fuck, that fucks hard. I don't know how many people appreciated that. I remember getting there in Gen 5 and not knowing that was there and thinking to myself, oh my god, that is so cool. I don't know how many other people had that thought. I did, and it was just like really cool. And then you find out it's only used in like this one dive spot right here. I think there are like 4 other dive spots on that route, if I recall correctly, that have different entrances to the sunken castle. I think is what it's called. I don't remember. And that's really it though. But to be fair, they all lead to the same place. It's not like Gen 3 where it's like, oh, you can go under this route to go above another route. Also, like I noticed when recording the Black 2 footage for this that the stuff on those hieroglyphs is actually translated into English, but it's like backwards. I don't remember if that was the case with Black and White 1. So, or I don't even know if that's the case with Black and White 1, but you have to talk to somebody to get some way to translate them. I don't know. I just thought that was kind of interesting that I figured that out during this. But to be fair, I don't think I messed with. I didn't mess with this place that much. Black and White 2. I went through it. I got to the end because I actually got to the end again for footage for this video, and there was nothing there, and I was like, oh, okay. So I actually did finish it. It's just I didn't do too much with it. Also, I like these little montages where I'm like, oh, fly starts shrink, and then you see the move immediately. I was hoping that it looked as good as it did. I think it looked pretty alright. I was like, what I'm trying to say is I thought it would look too chaotic, and I was very afraid that it would have, but I think it looked pretty nice for what I was able to do here. There's also like a comment I got where it's like someone was like take a drink every time I say, let's find out or whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, oh my god, I really do say that a lot, don't I? I don't know, there's a lot of times where I actually repeat myself, and I try not to, in these newer videos. I noticed that a lot in the Pokemon box video, where I would kind of repeat facts. It's not like I'm trying to, it's just the way I talk. And it's just, it's bad for watching that though, because it's like, oh, you already explained this. Why are you explaining it again? But then like putting it like just a little bit of a different light, but not to the point where it's like relevant to talk about still. It's not like I'm saying anything new. It's like I'm saying the same thing again, except slightly differently. And I'm trying not to do that with this video. There are a few moments where I say that in this video, or not like say that in particular, but there's a few moments in this video where I kind of talk like that, but I feel like I've reduced it way more. And I'm trying to be conscious about it. I don't know if that was like a critique anybody gave me in particular. I know that's something I picked up on myself from watching my own videos, because I do watch my own videos, because I'm like, oh shit, it's done. Is it cool that's out there? It's cool I made this. I don't know how many creators actually watch their own videos and enjoy their own videos once it's out. Genuinely, I have no idea. I feel like I'm like in the very much the minority of once I put something out, I will rewatch it a few times and be like, holy fuck, I made this. Isn't that cool? Oh my god, it's this part. I made this video for myself, kinda. I mean, well, the YouTube video I didn't really. Well, I mean, I did make it for myself, but not as much as some of the other videos on here. I think the Pokemon box video I definitely made for myself, though. But, I just get really excited to watch my own stuff, and sometimes I won't want to watch it immediately, but then other times I'll be like, I'll put it on, and I'll be like, oh my god, I made this. Isn't that neat? See, I already do it again. I'm fucking repeating myself, and I'm trying not to. Also, the only thing that sucked about doing this, video, well, a few things sucked. Well, one, my cat died during, editing this video, and I'm really sad about that. I was really upset, and that was probably one of the bigger delays with this video. Then everybody I lived with got COVID, so that made things stressful. And I'm already also doing a job hunt to find a new job because I've been unemployed for a bit. It wasn't like an intentional unemployment, it just kind of happened. I lost my job to stuff that was out of my control. And I was like, you know what, at least I can focus on videos now, which honestly, I'd rather focus on this anyways. Because this is something I would like to make a career, because I trust, I can't believe I'm saying this. Trust me, I can't believe I'm saying that. It's going to sound really fucking stupid, trust me. I trust YouTube more than I trust like any job I will ever get in my life, if I ever made YouTube a job, because I feel like I'd actually do this, and do it reliably, unlike something else I've done. But to be fair, I don't have a lot of qualifications. I never finished college. I only really finished high school, and like I don't have any trade skills. It's like the only thing I really know how to do is video edit and I guess play video games. But even then, I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do like amazing video editing. I would like to learn, and then with video games, I'm not that good. Also, ripped my Pokemon White cartridge. I wanted to show footage there that wasn't in my inventory, but I lost that as I was doing this video. I was midway through doing this video. I lost my Pokemon White cartridge, and I still don't know where it is. It's the only Pokemon cartridge I lost, and I'm not looking forward to buying another copy, at least not right now, because I'm broke as hell. But like later on down the line, I'd like to rebuy it. And I want to continue my playthrough of Pokemon Y, because I was actually really enjoying playing through Pokemon Y. I think Gen 6 is very underrated. It's not my favorite generation, but it's really fun one to go through. I think a lot of people gave it shit, but I genuinely really liked playing through Generation 6. Also, the EM flute, I actually had somebody, I had a friend of mine be like, this was in the game? I didn't know that. I was like, yeah, to be fair, you get the EM flute at the very ass end of the ORS remix. Like, you get it at, it's like a post-game thing, from what I remember. But this is really cool. It's like literally, you get a Final Fantasy airship at the end of the game. I love that so much. I don't think any other Pokemon game will ever attempt to do this, because just they probably prefer you being actually in the world, not having a separate map just to fly to locations on the world, because it's like, it's not immersion breaking, but it's better for the immersion if you didn't have like a split like this. Because I know for a fact Scarlet and Violet would never do this. You would just kind of fly around on the map as it is. Which I still also think that's really cool that you can fly and glide like Breath of the Wild in Scarlet and Violet. But hey, those games aren't out yet. Maybe I'll fucking hate them. I don't know. I really didn't like Sword and Shield as much. I didn't like the Ultra games, and I don't like the Let's Go games. Those are the three major Pokemon releases that I don't really like. Which I also don't talk about Let's Go in this video. Which, to be fair, has no HM, so it's like, what am I going to talk about? Oh, they replaced them with your partner Pokemon, which is essentially the same thing with the red Pokemon. It felt redundant, so I just didn't talk about it at all. But yeah, I don't like Let's Go. Let's Go bored me to tears. I forced myself to beat that one. I forced myself to beat the Ultra games, but to be fair, at least the Ultra games had some really good highs. Like the Necrozma fight? What is it called? The Necrozma fight? Is it the Ultra Necrozma fight? That fight has such good music, and it's generally like a really hard fight. I thought that was really fun. I really like that. Sword and Shield is like a mixed bag for me, because overall I don't like it, but I also don't think it's that bad of a game. It's like this very much, oh my god, there I go, I hate my mic again, I'm so sorry. It's like a very much a mid game. It's like just obnoxiously mid. And it also doesn't help that with with Sword and Shield, they got rid of the national decks. And that really hurt a lot of people's interest in the game. It hurt mine at first. I was like, oh shit, here I am trying to actually finish the national decks for once, and now basically they're just telling me, oh yeah, fuck the national decks, don't fucking do that. It's really funny I say that because ever since Sun and Moon, I've completed all of the the regional Pokedexes. I've completed Gen 6's, Gen 7's regional decks. I completed Gen 8's. I'm probably going to do that with Gen 9. Also, didn't know this glitch was in the game until I researched it. I thought that was really fucking weird. I had to talk about that sweet set glitch because it's just like, who the fuck knows about that? I showed this to like a test audience. And I was hoping to get more of a reaction from my friends who were test watching it, but they didn't really like notice it as much. As a matter of fact, I had to rewind a few times to be like, "Oh, hey, did you see this? Did you think this is cool?" And they're like, it's okay, I guess." It's just like, I think it's cool because it's so weird. Also, this is like the first time where I'm using footage from my Pokemon speedrun from Ruby, which is really funny. But I mean, I was talking about teleport. It's used in the Ruby Sapphire speedrun. Might as well, I guess. Though that speedrun is really shit. And I don't really do any of the strats. I just kind of free ball it. Also, okay, this is another reason why I want to do this commentary here. This part right here. So chat out. Originally the line I recorded for this was I was like jokingly gonna say fuck, but it only got the part of the fuck. So it's like but it got really distorted because the DS's microphone is complete shit. So it's like it sounds really funny, and I was like, all right. I was thinking about re-recording that, but I was like, no, this is kind of funny. We'll go with it. It works. I like it. But yeah, that was the video. I feel like there's more things I wanted to talk about, but like, this. I'm trying to think of like what else I could say about this video. Because there's not really that much more, and I feel like I was just kind of rambling at one point. But yeah, overall, this video, I feel like I did a lot of cool editing tricks with it too. Like the part where I'm mentioning all the Pokemon, I showed them, they slide up and there's a little sound effect. I thought that part was cool. I thought just having the little like screen just show, oh, just another sub screen thing was cool. I don't know. I feel like I edited this video really well for what it was, and I had a lot of fun with this video. It took forever, and there were points in this video where I'm like, am I actually going to finish this? The answer was yes, because it's out, and I'm very glad I did. I think this is probably like one of the better received videos I've done so far. I'm really proud of this video. I really like it. And with that, I guess that's all I'm going to say about it. I want to do more commentaries in the future for other videos I've recorded. I really want to do one for the Pokemon box video. I might just keep these to Patreon only though. We'll see. I guess I thought this would be like a really cool Patreon reward. I'm gonna put this one out just for the hell of it because I just wanted to just talk about it, and maybe other people will watch it and be like, oh, this is cool, or oh, I don't give a shit what you have to say about your own videos, or I'll bump my mic 50 more times. I don't know yet. We'll see. So yeah, if you watch this far, thank you for watching this video, then thank you for watching this commentary. I hope this was entertaining. I hope this was something worth listening to. I don't know what I'm going to do about editing this down. I might keep all the weird mouth noises. I try to edit a lot of that stuff out in these videos, but for this commentary track, fuck it. You're going to hear mouth noises. I don't give a shit. Actually, I will when I rewatch the video. That's our little secret. Alright, bye.